Unathletic Podcast with your hosts, Tyler Phillips and Bruce Troncoso.
Happy Friday. Okay, so we're talking about, so you work the radio station at Weber State, and you're saying, because they got in trouble a few years ago.
A few years back, yeah, they weren't following the rules. They played songs with bad words in them, and they got fined and got taken off the airwaves.
Okay, so now it's just online. But the funny thing is that in St. George, Dixie State has something like that, but theirs is actually on the radio. So I would always play the radio station in my car, not because of the music, because the music is always crap, but their hosts were funny. Because I would assume, like, I don't know if they knew anybody was listening half the time, and so I would, tune in, after school, and I remember one day, it was two hosts talking about how they wanted to kill themselves.
Oh my God.
It was a girl and a guy, and they were like, sometimes, do you just hate life?
Oh man.
And the guy was like, yeah, life just sucks. And it just got progressively darker, and I was laughing the whole time, because I don't think they thought anybody was listening.
Yeah, you got too real in that booth.
I don't know if it's smart. I think Weber State does it the best with having it just be having it not be on the radio where just anybody can hear it, because
they want it back on the radio.
They want it back on the radio at
trying
some
to get
point.
it back on there.
But
because they were forced to sell the radio station to someone else.
Because college kids and let's be honest, a lot of the people on there actually want to be on the radio. A lot of the people who host the show. Some of your college friends.
Well, the dude I did it with, I don't think so. Just kind of it was an easy elective class that I needed. You're going into communications, you need so many electives, and this is one of the electives.
You know what's funny? When I went by there the other day, actually, they were talking about passing kidney stones.
Yeah, see, you could literally talk about whatever you want.
Anything.
You sign up for either an hour or 2 hours, and you could play whatever music you want, or you could talk about whatever you want. They do not care.
Half of them don't care. But I just thought it's funny.
But that's why it's such a fun environment, though.
Yeah. Every time I go back to St. George, I tune into Dixie State's little radio show, and it's so funny because the host will just talk for 40 minutes, just random stuff. They don't have any agenda. It's just they're just going off, and they just want to get out of there. So it's hilarious.
Yeah. So, one last thing. We played Sweet Victory 3 times the other day. During my hour shift, my friend.
Well, I want to play Sweet Victory on this show, but I know we're going to be copy striked.
Yeah, we'll do some more research about how to get Sweet Victory on here.
I'll sing it at the end of this podcast if you're interested.
Yeah. So NBA happened last night after the trade deadline. There was games.
Yeah, there's still games. Who cares at this point?
At this point, just wait till July.
Wait until the All-Star game, I guess.
I'm wearing a Knicks thing right now. Oh, I guess we could have talked about the All-Star game. I didn't write that down in the notes. That was a draft last night.
There was a draft.
Yeah, let's start with that, actually. Go ahead.
Okay. LeBron. What the hell, man?
Shows, all the free agents.
All the free agents. You're not slick. We know what you're doing. And Giannis, too, in his Greek accent, I don't know how to do his Greek accent.
Called him out.
Why does a Greek accent sound like a Black Panther African accent? Maybe
that's what they base it off of.
Is that wrong to say? Every time I was listening to Giannis last night, legit listening to him, and I was like, he sounds like Black Panther, kind of. The accent.
You have to put that side by side.
Isn't that tempering? My father was a good man. I don't know. I'm just.
His dad was a king, and now he's king of Greece.
Maybe that's too white of me to say, but I just thought it was funny.
I don't want to get into that.
I thought it was funny.
Well, I looked at the teams, and honestly, LeBron's team is way lopsided. You just look at the rosters. If LeBron doesn't win.
You want me to pull up the rosters really fast?
Pull it up. Yeah, I know he has Kevin Durant. It kind of looked like our teams because, I would like to say that Giannis ended up getting Kimba, so he might lose.
Giannis got Kimba?
He got Kimba.
With the last pick, I'm guessing?
Oh, I think they pick all the way through. The reserves as well. They pick everybody.
Right, yeah.
So Kimba was probably
So LeBron has Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
James Harden.
Yeah, see? This is lopsided, is it not? He even has Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he is Anthony. Wow, okay. Yeah, AD, Klay Thompson, Dame Lillard, Ben Simmons, LaMarcus Aldridge, Karl Anthony Towns, Bradley Beal. Okay, Bradley
Good
Beal.
for him.
Yep.
The Wizards need to be represented somehow.
Special edition Dwayne Wade. That'd be cool. Wade.
I know, that's what
with
people are
LeBron.
hyping about.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean,
It's
that'd be.
the last time playing with each other.
Yeah,
Good
that'd
for
be
them.
cool actually. Giannis is starters. Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, Paul George,
JoJo.
Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's a starter. They got 2 point guards with Steph Curry. Guess who's not going to touch the ball? Kemba's going to be that one kid on like the playground who like keeps calling for the ball in the corner and nobody passes him the ball.
Oh no! Once he finally gets it, like there'll be like 5 guys on him. He's just like, I'm not passing.
He
it.
won't know what
And
to
there's
do.
always that guy, just like, I'm not giving the ball up. I don't know the next time I'm gonna get it. I'm throwing up my shot right now.
You see, I don't want to get too off topic, but Harrison Barnes said he didn't know he could be traded during the game. But somebody did a tweet where they were like, when you find out you got traded during the game, and it's like all these pictures of Kobe Bryant just hoisting up like random shots with like quadruple teamed. It's funny. Like if I'm Harrison Barnes, it's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just heaving it from half court every single possession.
Honestly, he should. I don't know if he got back in the game, but if
I don't think he did.
he did,
but,
yeah, I would just throw the ball up whenever I wanted.
And then his reserves: Chris Middleton, Jokic, Russell Westbrook,
Meh.
Blake Griffin,
Oh God, no.
old, D'Angelo Russell,
Ooh,
Nikola.
Vucevic is in there?
Vucevic? Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, right?
Yikes.
Kyle Lowry.
Ugh,
Okay.
garbage. Oh wow, that one team sounds.
LeBron's
cooler.
gonna win.
LeBron should definitely win.
And then his special edition is, of course, Dirk.
I'm gonna give one shout out before we get off the All-Star stuff. Dennis Smith Jr., the new New York Knicks player. He is gonna be in the dunk contest, and I'll actually be watching
Is
this
he
year.
really?
Yeah, I'll be
How
watching.
tall is he?
I don't know, like 6'3" maybe. Who knows?
Well,
He
I
can dunk.
guess- Well, yeah. I guess he can dunk. Actually, I've seen him. Okay, never mind. I've seen
I
him
can't tell you
dunk.
the last time a Knicks player was in the dunk contest, so that's kind of cool. Probably Nate Robinson
Yeah,
when he like
actually,
three-peated.
that was dope. Oh man, I missed Nate Robinson.
Dennis Smith Jr. is the new Nate Robinson confirmed.
Except a lot taller,
Just way taller.
way taller and less cool with less tattoos.
There's that too.
Stop! Don't compare my boy Nate to Dennis
No,
Smith Jr.
I love Nate more than anyone else.
What?
He was my
You
favorite
can't
player
do
as a
that.
kid because he was so short and like it was inspiring. It was like, man, I could be like him because I was always like the shortest in my class growing up.
You're taller than Nate Robinson.
I'm taller than Nate Robinson now, but like before
no,
freshman
okay,
year,
yeah,
I was
that's
just
fair.
literally the shortest guy at school all the time. I don't know what happened.
I'm now the shortest guy at school. I don't know if there's a shorter. Actually, there is.
There's some short guys here.
There's some really short. Matt.
Oh yeah, he is short.
Why can't I remember his last? Matt Everett. Matt Everett's shorter than me, which makes me feel better about myself. Matt's an awesome dude, but yeah, Matt's smaller than me. I'm 5'8".
Nice.
I'm 5'7" and 3/4 or something like that. Yeah, I'm.
Say 8.
I'm pretty short.
Just say
that's all right.
5'10". They can't see you. Just say you're 6'2".
I'm 6'4", so if any ladies want to comment in our YouTube or whatever, just give me your number and we'll go out. I know you guys love tall guys.
Yeah. Speaking of tall guys, Anthony Davis.
Wow, what a transition!
He is tall, and he's gonna be playing the rest
Yeah,
of
I'm
the year.
taller than Anthony Davis, by the way.
You've gone from 5'8" down to 5'7"
Everything I said before was
to
a complete
6'4".
lie.
Now you're like
I
at 7
don't know.
foot.
I don't know where I'm at now.
You
I haven't
jumped.
measured myself in quite a while. I've grown since the beginning of this podcast.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
he's
should
playing.
be weird.
They're putting back into the pregame video.
Is that weird? I think it's weird.
What?
Him playing.
Yeah, like they gotta take the old pregame video out of the trash, the one with him in it.
No, they burned that.
It's gonna be a lot of him just like not really caring. It's gonna be a lot of fans booing because the fans are done with him.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm just not trying to get injured. Honestly, I'm gonna
Or fake an injury, just
sit out, pull a Kawhi Leonard. I that seems messed up to say, but you can't.
Honestly, though.
You don't want to get injured right now. The Pelicans don't want to get injured either. I'm surprised. Because if he gets injured, then that whole trade thing in the summer's over. His value's down if he gets injured this season.
It depends on how bad the injury is. If the injury carries over, I guess.
Well, I know, but it's like something really bad.
That's obviously a good point. Yeah, if I'm I know he wants to play, and I totally get that. But why?
If you're the Pelicans, why do you want him to play?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Both parties. I don't know why you would.
Maybe it's a farewell season now. You know how to do those. Kobe had one.
You think they're giving a video tribute when he
Dwayne Wade had one?
When he's in Boston or wherever he's at, and he
farewell to the New Orleans Pelicans.
So
version.
So what happens to that? So now the leading team is Boston, but his dad already says he doesn't want to play there. He's already said he doesn't want to play there. So now what?
Yeah, and honestly, the whole Boston thing, if they lose Kyrie Leonard, Kyrie Irving, I don't think they'll give up or be willing to give up as much to get him. You know what I'm saying? If Kyrie resigns, then I feel like they'll give up a Tatum to get Anthony Davis.
Well, exactly.
But if Kyrie Irving leaves, then that's not happening.
Well, and that's where it becomes almost like a wait and watch, sort of like a chess match almost. Because when do you trade for him, and when do you get the word from Kyrie? Because you're exactly right. Because if Kyrie leaves, then you're just focused on let's make Tatum a star, let's make Marcus Smart a star.
Rozier is probably becoming your starter.
Yeah, or I said Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart's still on the team too.
Well, I know, but he probably won't. You don't think he'll be?
I think at that point he's probably starting. I don't know. I had to look at the roster.
Is he technically a point guard?
Yeah,
he's a fat point guard.
Just play guard. No, it doesn't matter which one you are.
I guess.
Go out there, shoot the ball when you touch it.
What is a position nowadays in NBA? There's no such thing anymore.
Yeah, I think the Celtics should just we lose Kyrie. Well, we were good without Kyrie. We were competitive without him.
It's true, but they're not.
Well, I know, but they can't afford if they don't have Kyrie. They can't afford giving up their whole team to get Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Well, now the other team, a part of this whole Anthony Davis thing, like the Lakers, they won last night. They actually beat the Celtics last night.
So we were talking about that. How is the loss against the Pacers more of a statement game, or is it not enough skill? And then they come out against the Celtics and they win in Boston by a point, and they scored well.
Well, it's LeBron's quote, how he said, "Hey, I don't need to trade for nobody. I got everything I have right here," and they bought that.
I'm going to give it a couple of games. If they keep winning, I think, fine.
Because today on other shows, it was a talking point is the Lakers fixed? It's like, it was one game.
It was one game, and they won by a lucky shot. Yeah. We were talking about that. Rondo was surprised that thing went in.
Rondo had his eyes closed, just threw up a prayer. I don't know what he was doing.
It's a cool story for a game, Rondo beating his old team, especially since he's been absolute trash since he left Boston.
Maybe. Hold on. This is just a little conspiracy theory here.
Put on the tinfoil hat.
Lonzo wasn't playing. He was injured. And they win.
Is Beasley the problem?
Or is Beasley?
Maybe
it's a mixture between Beasley and
Lonzo.
One guy wanted to beat up the coach, and one dude's dad wants to beat up the coach. It's not a good mix. No, so are they gonna make it work? Honestly, I still see the Lakers choking. I don't see them making it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think they can.
You're not making Brandon Ingram any good.
I think you got a Celtics team that kind of came in and didn't take him seriously, especially since they got off to a 16-point lead.
I know they were dominating in the first half,
and that entire team was we're not. Honestly, wait. So Irving's an all-star, right?
Yeah, he plays for LeBron's team.
Is he on LeBron's team?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and they talk to each other during the game. The jersey over the mouth thing that
LeBron loves. Yeah,
that he did with Lonzo last year too.
And then media's like, "What did you say?" And he goes, "None of your business."
He says, "Talk to me July 1st." I owe nobody nothing.
Irving, are you going to be on the Knicks next year? Ask me again when I'm on the Knicks. Oh wait, oops, wrong thing to say.
Ask me when I'm in New York.
Wait. Actually, I'm gonna be on LeBron's team this All-Star game. Focus on that. That's conspiracy.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's really much to say about this. We've kind of talked about this a bunch the past couple of days, honestly.
Yeah. We've kind of beaten the NBA horse to a pulp.
Yeah, and just the Anthony Davis storyline altogether.
I know. Honestly, I don't want to keep talking about Anthony Davis, but I know that's all that's going to come out between now and the playoffs is just Anthony Davis storylines. Yep. And how the fans booed him at Smoothie King Center today. And what does that mean for the future of Anthony Davis? And does he still want to play here? And yada, yada.
And then people go, what is Smoothie King? Because I'm from Vegas. I don't think there's a single Smoothie King.
I think it's only on the East Coast, but apparently they have their name on an NBA stadium.
I don't know how. I've never heard of them.
With one of the best players in the NBA.
I literally have never heard of them. That's weird. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
But I've also never heard of a Madison Square either.
Ever heard of Mercedes-Benz? Because that's right next to the Smoothie King Center.
And there's one in Atlanta.
Yeah, they got two Mercedes-Benz.
Have the nicest domes.
Well, it's funny because in hockey, there is 3 different buildings with the company Rogers on it. So they have Rogers Place, Rogers Center, and Rogers Arena.
They got to make another one.
Rogers Arena is home of the Vancouver Canucks. Rogers Place is home of Edmonton Oilers. And Rogers Center is home of the Toronto Blue Jays. So it's stadiums all over Canada.
So what I've gotten from Canada, like just talking to you about hockey and stuff, is that they only have 2 companies, and it's Rogers and Tim Hortons.
Yes.
This is literally it.
Yes.
Wow.
And
beautiful.
Boston Pizza, ironically enough.
Really?
And yep, they got. And that's Canada in a nutshell.
Canada. Now that
to all our listeners in Canada, if we got any, we're stereotyping real hard right now.
And I would love to go to Tim Hortons one day. That's my dream.
Honestly, though, yeah.
I just want to go.
Somebody get us a plane ticket to Canada and get us some Tim Hortons, and we'll only praise. If you guys do that, we'll only praise Canada for the rest of this podcast history.
Yeah.
I just don't like your guys' hockey teams, and I'll never like your guys' hockey teams. But.
Well, I can love your donuts and coffee.
Hey, let us know if we should talk more hockey on this podcast, because I know hockey's my favorite sport, and I know the most about hockey. Bruce knows absolutely zero about hockey.
I know so much.
How did you pronounce Jake Van Riemsdyk's name today?
Rimesdick. Rimesdick got fined. $5,000. It's rigged. They hate him. They hate Philly. Philly against the world, guys.
You okay?
We all we need.
No, stop.
Do they not have those for the hockey team?
I don't know, man. Flyers have Gritty, and that's all I know.
Gritty.
They got Gritty and no goaltending, and they're not making the playoffs.
Hart.
No.
He's the heart of that team.
Not yet.
He's the heart of that team.
Stop it. Carter Hart's going to get his confidence ruined.
You know what?
They lost against the Kings, man. That's the worst team in the West.
You know, when you win 7 games in a row, you're bound to lose one. It's just... I'm sorry. They won 7 in a row, and it was a trap game. You know, the Kings are like, we're going to beat this.
It's a trap game.
We're going to beat this
So this
team.
game against Boston tonight?
They're going to win.
Oh, not tonight, but tomorrow night?
They're going to win.
That's a trap game as well?
No.
One of the best teams in the East. That's a trap game.
No, Philly's going to win that game.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy.
Okay, well, they're not making the playoffs because Montreal and Boston.
I pray to God. I want Philly to make the playoffs so bad.
And Columbus. Actually, I think it's Columbus and Boston. Yeah, they're not getting past Columbus and Boston. Sorry.
I don't know their roster,
Sorry.
but I got a guy who high stakes. And he may get away with it later on in the season. All right, well, stadiums, because we were kind of talking about stadiums.
Jake Van Riemsdyk is dirty. Okay, yeah. What were we talking about before we got into this hockey hole?
Well, we were talking about stadiums for some reason. I don't really know why, but there's a different name, Smoothie King type thing, and the Raiders don't have a stadium. So let's talk about that.
It's a Friday, you can tell. We're just all over the place.
Smoothie King, now the Raiders. Yeah, that makes sense. Smoothie King hockey.
You think they name
Raiders.
it Smoothie King Super Stadium, or is it a dome or a stadium in Vegas?
It's a stadium.
Yeah, so Smoothie King Stadium in Vegas.
They don't have a name already.
Be funny? They don't have a sponsor for it yet. Who do you think would be T-Mobile Stadium? You think T-Mobile will get both the arena and the stadium?
I wouldn't like that.
You wouldn't like that?
No,
I don't care.
I want 2 T-Mobiles like down the street from each other. It's gross.
Why?
I hate T-Mobile.
T-Mobile has gotten so much exposure from the Golden Knights.
Well, yeah, Jackie has T-Mobile, and that doesn't work.
Yeah, T-Mobile's kind of crap. Sorry.
Make it AT&T.
Sorry, T-Mobile's sort of...
No, wait, AT&T Stadium is the one in Dallas. Oh, man. Yeah.
AT&T also doesn't work, but
Raiders will
Verizon
figure
Center
it
is Washington. I have Verizon, and
Well, I mean, I don't think Verizon has a football stadium.
what?
They could,
but
Vegas, bro. Come on.
AT&T doesn't have a. Wait,
All right, well, hold on. Well, where?
never mind.
I don't think they do. But where
have
are the
hockey.
Raiders playing?
I don't know. Okay. So the 49ers.
I know. I read the article. They're
So
like,
the
nope.
49ers don't play in San Francisco, but they don't want the Raiders to play in San Francisco.
Yeah,
The Raiders,
because I guess they own that.
how do they
area.
own that market? For one thing, that's the Raiders market as well.
I know, like the mayor of San Francisco he was angry about it, and that's part of the reason why the team turned it down.
Okay, hold on.
The mayor
San
of
Francisco and Oakland are separated by a half a mile long bridge. It's literally the same city,
Yeah,
basically.
I believe you.
It's the same market. I've been to San Francisco and I've been to Oakland. Lots of 49ers fans in Oakland, lots of Raiders fans in San Francisco. It's the same market. You're not stealing any. I don't get it because Levi Stadium is in Santa Clara.
Yeah.
AT&T Park is in San Francisco. It's in downtown San Francisco.
Well, it got renamed to Oracle Park. That's why I was
Oracle.
confused when they reported. I was like, "What's Oracle Park?"
Because
Yeah.
Oracle is losing. What the heck?
I know what it is now. I'll tell you
What?
off air.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Sorry, there's a weird noise that always happens in this room, and
I'm pretty sure I figured
we
out what that
swear
noise
it's
was.
paranormal, but I think he's figured it out.
Yeah. So I think why the Niners are honestly turned it down, and this is me reading into it. This article didn't say it was just the facts. I'm just put a tinfoil hat again. I think the Niners want the Raiders to play in Levi Stadium, so they have to give them money. I think that's how that works. Yeah.
I would love for the Raiders to play in Levi Stadium. I don't think that's what it is.
They're saying that's what's probably gonna end up happening. That's like one of the two options.
I'm okay with that. I'd rather have that than
I know, but if that happens,
another
I
baseball
don't know how it
stadium.
works. But if that happens, are they giving money to the Niners for this
Probably.
year? And I think that's probably what the Niners want. They're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we're gonna.
Well, so
want money
what
from you.
if you're Mark Davis? Why is Mark? But they would have to give money to the Giants anyway, the San Francisco Giants, if they played at AT&T.
Yeah, but the Niners, I don't know if it's the same owner or whatever. Niners are like, no, I want the money from me.
But how does he have a say over AT&T Park? If that's the case,
It's because it's both NFL and it was like some weird territorial thing. Like they have territorial rights. I've never even heard of that, but that's literally what was being said.
okay. For one thing,
So they needed permission from the Niners to step on our territory and play football where we play football.
then why do they want them to come to Levi's?
To give them money.
It's
That's my
it's the
thought.
same
That's the only
territory.
thing that makes sense.
It's the exact same territory at that point.
Well, you're paying them up front.
For one thing, you're not stealing 49ers fans, and you're not stealing Raiders fans. Those are some of the most loyal fan bases in California.
Yeah.
You're not stealing fans from either of those organizations. I don't get it because it was a issue of like, well, we don't want them to be in our market.
Yeah, but I
It's
think
the
that's
same
I
market.
think that's just like a lie. Like we just want to get money from the Raiders. I could be making this. I'm obviously making this up because I don't really know all the money and whatever that goes into it. But yeah, that's how that goes. Well, another idea that keeps coming up is London. Like there's some real.
I don't want to get up on 8 a.m. to watch a Raiders game.
But the NFL, they're
It's
saying this would be
7 a.m.
perfect for the NFL.
Well, because they want
test
more
the London
exposure
market.
in London. I don't know.
The test like how London, like a team in London would work, but the Raiders do not want that because they're obviously a West
Players would hate
West
that,
Coast
too.
USA team now moving to London. How does
Yeah,
that work?
exactly.
How does that work? Like London's cool, but I'm sure nobody else is cool with it. And then another thing is
That's the last. Like, I'd rather them play at Sam Boyd Stadium in Vegas than.
yeah, I don't know why Sandboy's not a discussion. It's just not big enough, I'm guessing.
It's neither StubHub, but the NFL is okay with that, so I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, Sandboy's not that nice.
No, it's not that nice, but neither is StubHub.
And yeah, either stuff up. But about the whole Sam Boyd thing, UNLV football playing in that Raiders stadium, I'm mad about that. I'm angry about that. Because UNLV's football team is god awful, and they don't deserve to play in a huge stadium like that.
Yeah.
It seems dumb to me.
Well, it's funny because, like, I have the cost today. the Tulane Green Wave, their football team plays in the Saint Stadium.
They play in the Superdome?
Georgia State, have you ever heard of Georgia State?
Never.
They play in Atlanta's stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this happens everywhere.
This happens everywhere. USF, University of South Florida, plays in Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. So this happens all across everywhere. Unless you're because it's cheaper for a college. Because unless you're a big Miami Hurricanes. Yeah, Miami Hurricanes play in the Dolphins Stadium too.
Do they really?
I think so.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I think where you're going with this and something that
It's just cheaper. Like some of these big colleges are able to build their own stadiums, but like what's the point if you can play in a...
Well, see, something I found out recently is that because some kid did a presentation in class about it, he said that only like the big schools, like Alabama's, like the Alabamas of the world, the Georgias, like SEC type schools, actually make money off of their football teams. They said schools like our school, like Weber State, and all like the other schools like us, like the smaller ones, they're actually losing money on football. There's not enough revenue coming in to make up for all the money they're pushing out.
And that's part of the reason they can't give us up as many scholarships, but it's also the reason...
Which is really interesting to me.
How many free tickets did they give away to Weber State games this year?
Oh, yeah. Well, as students, we get like 6 people in for free.
Yeah.
On top of us.
Well, it's us and 4 guests.
For us, yeah, it's us and 4 guests, yeah.
I can bring in my entire family.
Yeah, I can bring
I have brought in my entire family for a playoff game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an FCS playoff game hosted on ESPN on a national network, and me and my family got in for free.
That's just weird to me how we don't make money off of it, but we still do it.
Part of it is they're trying to get people just to like see the experience and then love it. Because Jackie, your girlfriend, doesn't really like football. But she said she went to that one playoff game and like she loved it.
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
So I'm really mad at like Ogden and Weber State alum because it's always that thing where they're like oh, Weber State is worse than like a high school team, and I'm like, no, because okay, so I used to work at the alumni call center, and part of we had to raise money from alumni for the university, but a lot of it too is we were talking about events coming up, and I always talk about the football games because I worked there first semester, and I was like, are you coming to the football game? And they go, no, Weber State football is crap. And I go, well, not really. They go, no, they're worse than a high school team. And I go, no, actually, have you seen them? They're one of the best teams in the FCS this year. In fact, they're the number 2 team in the FCS.
Yeah, no, people don't realize.
Nothing to scoff at.
Because I guess like this is the first time we've won the Big Sky 2 times in a row. Like before, like we've only ever won it like once.
Yeah, it's just
it's just been like a renaissance in our like of our like a football team, and nobody realizes it because they've sucked their entire life.
Yeah.
But now that hopefully like now they know that we're good, maybe.
Well, and like I was talking to them this year, the year before they played JMU on a national stage, and it was a big headline because they almost beat JMU, and still people have no idea what's going on. And I know part of it is just Utah's not the biggest, it's not a big football market if you compare it to the Southeast, but it just it kind of sucks. Because it's such a fun experience and nobody even bothers to come. So, that's my rant for the day on that.
So mini rant.
A little mini rant.
Want to play Sports Jeopardy?
Yeah, let's get into Sports Jeopardy.
Who
knows where the Raiders play? They'll probably play in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's be honest.
No. I will put money on the fact they will not play in Omaha.
Why? Play at Stanford Stadium. Why not? Stanford has an NFL-sized stadium, and Stanford is in the Bay Area.
Yeah. The article I read this morning also brought up the Coliseum.
So you're going to have Rams and Raiders playing the Coliseum?
Oh, why did I say the Coliseum? No, the Raiders Coliseum. Are they called the same thing?
No, but that's the thing. They have to get out of Oakland because Oakland doesn't want them anymore.
No, supposedly the baseball stadium still has the $7.5 million like rental thing on the table if they want to take it, but the Raiders already came out and said they're leaving Oakland. Really? But they can go back. That's what I read.
Well, because it'd just be too fractured because the city.
Oh, I mean,
the city's trying to sue them.
You said too fractured, and that makes me think of the fact that they don't have working X-ray machines in that baseball stadium.
Hey, if Ben Roethlisberger can't return to the game and the Steelers lose to the Raiders again, I'm okay with that.
I'm sure the Raiders are like, we got to get out of here. What if that was our player? What if that was Derek Carr?
What it is it's like all this nice MRI equipment in the Raiders locker room, and then they go to the visitors locker room and they're like,
It's like cardboard.
Can we get stuff from 1985 in here? Yeah. We'll have we'll sit him down on like a wooden box, and that'll be the trainer's table. Yeah, let's bring all that in. That's perfect. Exactly. College teams get away with that all the time. College teams can mess with their visitors locker room all they want because who cares? Because they don't have NFL standards to live up to.
Moral of the story: don't get injured on the road. If you're gonna get injured, be at home. They'll take care of you a lot better.
Yeah, you have to go to a real hospital if you get injured on the road. You can't go to the little fake one in the locker room.
Yeah, well, I think the Raiders probably end up playing at Levi Stadium next season.
I'm okay with that.
And
it's not a baseball stadium at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, the Raiders Stadium should be really nice opening up next year.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And A's are trying to get out of the Coliseum too, the Oakland Coliseum. So they're trying to build their own stadium.
With
Which
what
come
money?
to Vegas, man. Las Vegas A's?
Dude, Oakland is going to kill Vegas if we take all their teams.
So? Who cares?
Hey, can we get the Warriors too, please?
Well, the Warriors moving to San Francisco. Who wants to be in Oakland? Raise your hand if you're a Oakland owner, an owner of an Oakland franchise, and you're happy in Oakland. Nobody's raising their hands. Sorry, it's
I don't see
California. It's super high taxes, and the Bay Area is sort of going downhill fast too.
San Fran or nothing. You know
San Fran's even going downhill too.
They got a bridge.
Yeah, they got poop on the streets. Human feces.
They got swervy roads. The ones are really swervy
with poop on them. So I don't know what your point is.
I've never been to San Fran. That's my point.
Yeah, I have. It's
you know what? Before San Francisco games on Sunday night, they show the little swervy road. And
not that Vegas is any better of a family environment, but I'm just saying there's an app.
We have to be better.
There's an app that shows you where human feces are in San Francisco.
Is it really close?
Area. It's really close to San Francisco, yeah.
Sharks should stay there, actually.
Sharks
in Oakland.
Well, they own the entire Bay Area, so they got Oakland fans, San Francisco fans, San Jose fans, like all those cities converge to like the Sharks. So kind of like New England, how New England has like 8 states.
Connecticut.
Yeah, who all flood in and they all like the Patriots. So.
God, I hate the Patriots.
It's not just Boston.
Sports Jeopardy time.
Okay.
I gotta ask Alexa.
Alexa, doing it.
Play Sports Jeopardy. Please work.
Welcome to Sports
Jeopardy. Oh, that's not Alexa.
Good luck this week.
Tell you what.
Here we go.
The first is NFL Pro Bowl.
No.
A 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback, this former Seahawks was chosen to call the 2018 Pro Bowl, alongside Sean McDonough and Lisa Salters.
Matt Hasselbeck?
Who is Matt Hasselbeck?
That's correct.
Hey! Let's get it.
Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, no.
For the Baseball Hall of Fame's first class of inductees, the most votes went to this Detroit outfielder.
Jack, I don't know. I'm not.
Who is Babe Ruth?
No, that's not true at all. You didn't play with Detroit?
That is incorrect.
I know.
The correct response was, who is Ty Cobb?
Ty
Cobb.
I know that guy's name.
Winter Olympics.
Oh, here you go. Winter Olympics.
This South Korean city will host the 2018 Olympics.
Seoul?
Where is Seoul?
Please respond in the form of a question.
I did.
With phrases like who is or what is.
What is?
Where is Seoul? Oh, yeah, it's probably what is.
Seoul. I know how to spell it.
No, the correct response was, what is Pyeongchang?
Oh.
I would have never gotten that.
I don't care.
All-Star game.
Oh, here we go.
The only rookie selected to play in the 2018 NHL All-Star Game was Brock Boza of this Vancouver team.
Who are the Canucks?
It's Besser.
Yes.
Never.
It's Besser, you idiot!
Tennis
stars. I love hockey.
Besser.
I knew that
After
question.
being attacked by a fan nearly 3 years earlier, this Serbian-born woman won the 1996 Australian Open.
1996? I wasn't born.
Who is Serena Williams?
Nope. The correct response was, who is Monica Seles?
Oh, I was close.
Retired NBA jerseys.
Oh, here you go. Hey, NBA jerseys.
At Staples Center on December 18, 2017, Kobe Bryant's 2 retired numbers were revealed on either side of this announcer's jersey.
Wait.
This announcer.
This announcer. Wait, who's the? I don't
Respond
know
in the form
Lakers
of a question
announcer.
starting
I don't know
with
their
the
announcer
letters
either.
Who is? Or what is?
Is it Magic Johnson? I'm gonna say, who is Magic Johnson?
No.
That is incorrect.
No.
The correct response was, who is Chick Hearn?
I would have never gotten
Horse
that.
racing.
Horse racing.
Billed as the
That's the
world's
name so
richest
bad.
horse race, the World Cup race held in Florida in January 2018 takes its name from this winged horse.
The Pegasus?
Please respond
I
in the
don't-
form of a question
I don't know.
starting with phrases
What is
like, who
Pegasus?
is, or
What is
what is.
Pegasus?
Wait, repeat, please.
Respond in the form of a question starting with
Did you get repeated for me?
You can also say repeat, or I don't know to skip the clue.
Repeat.
What is Pegasus? That's a flying horse. It says a
Horse
winged
racing.
horse. A winged horse is a
Billed as
Pegasus.
the world's richest
Okay,
horse race,
fine, yeah,
the
well-
World Cup race held in Florida in
Pegasus.
January
Sure.
2018 takes its name from this
Wow,
winged
you made her
horse.
repeat all that.
What is Pegasus?
That's correct.
Good job, dude. You had that first
Football
try.
Coaches. On
19.
January
For
28,
sake.
1959, the Green Bay Packers signed this man as head coach.
Who is Vince Lombardi?
Correct.
Oh, I wish you said incorrect.
Golf
That'd be funny.
courses.
Golf courses.
Trump National Bedminster is located in this state.
Ah, Trump.
Where is New York? Because it's Trump.
That's not it. The correct response
That
was,
ain't it, Chief.
what is New Jersey?
Close enough.
It's basically New York is New
Competitions.
Jersey.
This type of sled, that consists of 2 steel runners and a small chassis, is ridden headfirst and face down.
Give us football, man, or basketball, or hockey.
What is bobsledding?
That is incorrect.
No.
The correct response was, what is skeleton?
What?
Hockey home arenas.
Here you go. Here you
After
go.
closing Joe Louis Arena in 2017,
Louis.
this team plays in Little Caesars Arena.
Detroit Red Wings?
Well, who are the Detroit Red Wings? I even knew that.
Correct. Our final category is
Final. Here you go.
boxing movies. This actor won an Oscar for playing boxer Dickie Eklund in The Fighter.
Who is Mark Wahlberg?
That's not it.
No.
The correct response was, who is Christian Bale?
Ah, that ain't it,
Bowling
Chief.
slang.
Bowling
Bowling
slang.
3 strikes in a row is called by this animal name.
Turkey.
What is a turkey?
Excellent.
I love bowling.
Gobble.
Figurative.
Get off. Well,
Well, if you want more of that,
we choked.
that was...
I knew it was Christian Bale too. Dang it.
Well, because you know boxing movies.
There was only 2 actors in that movie. I've
You
only ever
love
seen that movie
boxing
once.
movies.
It was Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale, and they played brothers. They were boxers, and I went out on a limb and I chose the wrong one.
The way she said, what did she say? Brock Bosser? It's Brock Besser. And Joe Louis Arena? It's Joe Louis Arena. But
Who is Joe Louis?
I want to say old player, coach, something like that for the Red Wings.
Well, now we know Ty Cobb is not Babe Ruth.
I can't believe, like, you can't even guess that. Like, I didn't know that. But
The hardest one is probably the Serena Williams one, or the place in
It
South
wasn't
Korea.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
Well, it wasn't Sail. How do you pronounce that? Sail? Wasn't that like another Winter Olympics? Summer Olympics?
I thought that was Korea as well.
It is South Korea, yeah. That city is in South Korea.
Well,
South Korea is more
Korea
than one
just
city?
had the Winter Olympics. I thought.
Yeah.
I literally just.
I thought so too.
I'm so confused.
I don't know.
What is happening anymore?
Usually it's just like, hey, you're going to be watching the Summer Olympics next month? And I'm like, okay. I didn't know those were on all of a sudden, but people just let me know.
Another thing I saw is that this is the last thing because it's the Raiders, and we'll end off here. The Raiders supposedly have the hardest schedule in football next year, which makes 0 sense. To me.
Perfect. fantastic.
I don't know how
Here's
that
the problem though, because
because your own division is hard.
well, so if you look at NHL, the hardest schedule left to the easiest schedule left, left in the NHL this year. It's funny because all of the worst teams in the NHL have the hardest schedule remaining, while all of the best teams in the NHL have some of the easiest schedules remaining. And I think that's in part because, if you're a good team, you get taken off the list. You don't have to play yourself, of course. So everybody else below you is considered an easier team. So the schedule becomes easier if you're a better team. Mm-hmm. So I think just because the Raiders are a worse team, every team they have coming up the next year is considered a better team than them. So I'm guessing that's part of it. Especially since their record is so poor, everybody else's record was so much better.
Yeah,
I guess I don't know how they end up working that, but I thought that was interesting because it reminded, because I saw the NHL's easiest schedule remaining, and I thought it was weird.
Well, I know how it's supposed to be done. At least in NFL, is the best team from the year prior the best teams are supposed to have the hardest schedules. Obviously, they can't control your own division.
I guess, but well, yeah, it's just weird because Denver's not really that good.
I want to see their schedule now.
Of course, Chiefs are Super Bowl favorites for next year. Yada yada. We'll see if that ends up coming true.
Yeah.
And San
Mahomes'
Diego,
sophomore slump, huh?
Everybody loves San Diego for some reason.
You feeling that sophomore slump?
Well, technically this year was his sophomore year. Technically. Although I called him a rookie all year.
I was like, yeah. What did you just say? You called him a rookie all year, dude.
I don't know. We'll see. He has. I mean,
see their opponents for next year.
It seems like he has the arm strength and dynamic ability to get himself out of most situations that teams try to trap him in. He's not a running one-dimensional quarterback. So that's what I have to say about that. So I don't think so. But anything else?
I think that's pretty much it. Honestly, it was a good week.
Wow, yeah.
NBA was fun.
We'll be back next week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll be back to normal schedule.
Yeah.
Especially since sports will be kind of slowing down a little bit. Let us know any fun stuff you want us to do. Ask us questions. Send us trivia.
Yeah, Monday probably be talk more about some Machado and.
Yeah,
I've been reading up on that.
Baseball. Baseball's starting to heat up a little bit. Real Muto was traded to the Phillies.
Yeah.
So,
go Phillies, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Philly.
I guess if you have the cap space, if you have the money, players gonna sign there. But
and we're gonna be doing.
I want Bryce Harper to sign with the Padres.
No,
I've always liked the Padres.
I want him to sign with the Phillies.
I've always liked the Padres growing up,
and
hopefully he signs with the Padres.
And there's also going to be more talk about the Flyers on here because that team's fun.
No, we're not.
No, I'm kidding.
No, we are not. They're not making the playoffs.
If I ever get a reason to talk about them,
they're so not making the playoffs. Golden Knights are making the playoffs, though. They beat the Red Wings.
Yep.
Game review.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
See you Monday.
Sweet.
I'm not going to see you.
Sweet victory. Yeah. Peace.